Okay, welcome in, and welcome to our post-match press conference. We've got head coach Emma Coates with us, and we will start with letting her make a quick statement, and then we'll go to questions. We do have questions in the room, and then we'll have questions on the Zoom. If you're on the Zoom and you have a question, just use the raise your hand feature, and we'll get you called on. So, Coach?
Yeah, thank you. Obviously delighted with the 3 points today, particularly the manner of the performance in the first half and some of the resilience we showed at the end of the game, particularly compared to last week in terms of the game management stuff. Just a really pleasing 3 points, and still lots for us to work on and build on, but yeah, really happy at this point.
All right, thanks, Emma. We're going to go ahead and start off with questions. Rode?
Thank you for your time. Let's start off by just asking, what are the main things to your eye that you're like, oh, we can most build off out of today's match?
Yeah, I think the main thing is confidence. You know, we always know what this group is capable of, that we've got a lot of talent in the team, we've got a young team, and I think we showed that in the first game of the season, and last week I don't think we really trusted ourselves, and we played with bravery, and I think we've done that today. And you know, if we can build on the confidence and the momentum, and of course there's always things from like an in possession point of view around like controlling transitions, little turnovers, some stuff out of possession, but on the whole we're in a good place.
And then just talk with Jordan before this. She, I know, hasn't gotten like a ton of chances hit her way this season, or just as far as like goals versus just saves. How did you feel about her play tonight and sort of her development so far this season?
Yeah, I think sometimes you look at Jordan's rise into the team and sort of experience, and you know, she's growing week on week. And I think the biggest thing for Jordan is just around like her decision making under pressure. And I thought she made some really smart decisions and controlled the game really well tonight, particularly at the end of the game. And you know, I thought we felt really rock solid at the back with her. The amount of crosses that she came and took in particular. So I think it was another good performance for her. And I think the exciting thing for her is she's only going to get better and better as well.
Thanks, Ryan. All right, we're going to go to questions on the Zoom. First hand up was for Brian. Brian, go ahead.
Coach, congratulations on the win. And you get 3 goals in the first half, but the second half looks a lot different.
Yeah.
How much of that is game management versus still building the kind of 90-minute identity you want from this group?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think we got hold of the game really early and took control really early. I think you could see the way that they started pressing us, particularly towards the end of the first half and the second. And I think that changes the way that you can build your possession. And then the bit that I really liked about the performance is we spoke about half-time, how important controlling the rhythm of the game and the momentum would be, because we knew that they would come out. They still had 45 minutes, to chase the game. And did we get it right at all points? No. I was like, did we see flashes of our in-possession identity in the second half? Absolutely. But I felt they posed us some different questions in the second half, and some of their rotations, the way they rolled their midfield players out, was also slightly different in the second half from how they started the game.
And to follow up on that, how are you looking at that it was 7-2 shots on target, and the 2 was 1 goal, 1 pretty spectacular save by Jordan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've not seen the data or anything like that, but that doesn't surprise me. I felt we were pretty steady at the back today. I thought Jordan commanded her area and the goal really, really well. And I think that sort of breeds confidence. And you know, I think back to I think we've hit the crossbar twice in the second half as well, and we did also create some chances. So on the balance of play, we were disappointed not to score more goals, but I felt pretty confident in the game as well.
All right, thanks, Brian. Dino, you had your hand up.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
To the channel. Can you talk a little bit about the chemistry between Pfeiffer, Girelli, and Barry up front? Three players, 3 different backgrounds, and all of a sudden it seems like they figured something out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd argue a lot of that comes back to a lot of the work we're doing in training. You know, that's not random. intentionally we want to have forwards with different profiles, and you look at Kira and the speed and her directness, that's a real threat, the way that Alex gets the ball, faces up, and obviously some of Christiana's back to goal play. It's just more around like understanding each other and the team, understanding what each player needs, and I think we did that really well tonight, and I thought in particular some of Christiana's back to goal play I thought was outstanding.
And that fast start, would you chalk it up more to sort of like the philosophy that you've been installing, or was it something like schematic, specifically this match, we want to start with this type of approach? Yeah,
no, we've obviously got a real like principle way that we want to play, and part of that is how we start games, and there's always intention behind that. So, you know, it's something that we've tried to do in all the games. Some games better than others, I guess.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dino. Next question up, Jeff Kassouf. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm just curious, you know, through the very few games so far, anyway, early season, what you've seen Claire bring, how it's sort of met the expectations you had for her, and maybe what you're expecting or what you'd like to see her continue to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I think first and foremost, it's easy to forget that Claire's 20 years old, just with the maturity of her performances. And I think the bit that her bravery of wanting to get on the ball and the way that she can receive under pressure, I think is really nice. I think the way that she breaks up play, and you know the way that she runs really hard on recovery runs, is good at getting into duels. I think the bit that she needs to add and will grow, and she'll continue to grow into, is just the recognising when she's under pressure and how to sort of like release the ball and control the rhythm of the game a little bit more. But as I say, we're talking about a 20-year-old adding that to a game, so we're really pleased that she's with us. She's a huge part of what we're trying to build, and I thought tonight in particular, the relationship that her and Hannah had and some of the combinations that we made through the middle, I thought were really pleasing. And obviously we had Dory and Bailey in there tonight as well, and I thought the three of them complemented each other really nicely.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Do we have any other questions for Coach?
If I could.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Coach. Doug Zimmerman, Soccer Bay Area. Last week you talked about, you know, it's just one game, the loss, you know, and just taking one game. You know, today is a great result. But what are you going to tell the team going forward after this game?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always think it's never as good as you think, it's never as bad as you think, and that was my mindset last week. And again, this is one game and we should enjoy it. We should celebrate 3 points on the road, and I thought the goals, I'd have to watch them back, but from memory the goals were outstanding goals, and I think we're showing flashes of what we're capable of, and those moments becoming more consistent, and the message is clear. That's one more game boxed off, but there's still a long road ahead. We've got to review the game, recover from it, review the game. There's still areas we need to tighten up on, but you know, pleased tonight, but it's never as good, it's never as bad, and again, that's another game in a long old season.
All right, thanks, Doug. Any more questions for Coach? Go ahead, Roy.
Few games in now.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest differences you're noticing coaching stateside versus in England?
I always think when you come back to the principles of the game, it's very similar. I think the biggest difference is around like how important transitions are in the game and how fast some of the teams are, sort of in that area. And I thought we did a better job tonight of controlling that part of the game. And the other bit that I'd say is the culture of the team and the mindset. I've never once had to tell this team to work hard, to bring energy, the togetherness of them, and whether that's a Bay thing or an American thing, I don't know. But you know, that's the things that I'm enjoying most right now.
All right, well, that is it for Coach. We will let her go, and we'll be back with Christiana Girelli and Alex Pfeiffer. Thanks, everybody.
Cool. Thanks, guys.